Hello there. My name's Norm. I'm from HGCC. What does that mean? Homegrown Cloud Consulting. And this is my part 1 of a new web series I'd like to call Cloud-Ucation, where we will talk a little bit about the cloud, the technology behind it. Covered the various deployment models, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. It's on our website. We made an infographic. Check it out. Today we'll be speaking a little bit about the risks, rewards of cloud computing. Now, to do so, I believe we have to understand the fact that cloud computing simply isn't for everybody. Let's start off with that. But I feel like rather than listing, I'm going to take a bit more of an eclectic approach. Eclectic, it's a nice word, just discovered it. So if we had to think about a risk, you are essentially dependent on your network. So if you don't have an internet connection, you cannot access your computer resources. This can be troublesome. But let's think about this. It's also flexible. You can now access all of your computing resources anywhere with an internet connection. Looking into the future, and even now, there is more places with internet than there are without. So take that with a pinch of salt. Let's move on to number 2, in my opinion. Number 2, a pretty big one, but only if you're a big corporation. You will have some form of difficulty integrating your legacy software and computer systems with this new cloud technology. Not only will it be difficult, but it might also take some time. But then if you have to look at it from another standpoint, it's a bit more efficient now. You are exposed to more frequent updates from your cloud service providers. You are provided faster computing power because they are constantly upgrading their servers and whatnot. And let's not forget that they use a pay-per-use model, which means you have a much lower barrier to entry, making cloud computing a much better choice for a small business. Let's think about that. Number 3, going hand in hand with network dependence, is the concept of centralization. If you're storing all your data on one service provider, or you making use of a cloud service provider who hosts your websites and whatnot, you become a bit dependent on their systems and whatnot, which could be a bit of an issue if they have legal issues, or if they simply lose your data breaches, whatnot. You could potentially lose some of that. But let's think about this on another spectrum here. These companies are generally massive, huge enterprises who have considerable resources and the best IT staff in the world. So from that side of it, you are more exposed to 24/7 technical support, more uptime guaranteed through the internet. You are also the benefit of economies of scale, making it relatively cheaper for you to store your data than an in-house solution. So for a small business, as long as you're making regular backups, I think cloud computing is probably your best bet. Data integrity or security. We touched on it briefly in number 3. Because these companies are so massive, there is a huge attraction by groups of hackers to try and gain access to their data and, as a result, your data. And this is a big issue. But when you look at it from the perspective that it's a challenge to them, they try and make their systems far, far more secure and strong and resilient, just so that they don't get hacked, which helps you. So this risk is actually becoming a benefit in the sense that you are gaining security and integrity over your data in the long run, simply because they are far, far better at keeping your data safe and encrypted than you could possibly hope to achieve by yourself or with your IT staff. We draw an inevitable conclusion to part 1 of Cloud-Ucation with me, Norm. So what can you take away from it? Cloud computing isn't for everybody. It takes a lot of know-how and a lot of planning. You can't do it by yourself, and that's why we're here. So drop us an email, we'll get in contact with you. We look forward to working with you, and follow this page as well as our website for more episodes of Cloud-Ucation with me, Norm. Thanks.